Alright, I had a terrible day today. I did hit max loss, and it always sucks to have a bad day on a Friday, because then you have all weekend to think about it. But, I earned it. I did not trade well today. This was my watch list: American Airlines, Uber, AMD, Z, CCL, and Rocket Mortgage. You might notice that there's more tickers than usual, and that's because I didn't particularly like a lot of them, and so I started reaching, I think. But I traded most of these. I didn't trade American Airlines, but I traded Uber, AMD, and look, really the market was really choppy in the morning, but I'm not good at sitting on my hands. So I tried to force a bunch of trades, but really if I would have just been patient and waited, eventually the market will sort itself out and these tickers will give you some direction. But I am not good at that. Usually, I've done all my trades within the first 30 minutes of the market open, so sitting on my hands is just not something I do often. But if I would have been able to do it, you can see that all these tickers that were choppy in the morning started to make some nice patterns here. So something I need to work on. But Uber was my first trade and the only ticker where all my trades were green. But they're not particularly nice trades. They're very choppy. And not very profitable. So it took Uber short, nice and weak here. You see it. You have the shooting star, which is a big bearish signal right there that goes straight to a moving average. I got in right at this level here, which was a pre-market low level, and took it short. Got a couple partials as we went towards 32.50. Didn't really get the partials in the best area. For some reason, my fills today were not very good. So I actually hit it when it was down here. But by the time I got filled, it had jumped back up about 10 cents on me. And then eventually it went back to break even. So a small winner right here. Nothing to write home about, but a profitable trade. Then a little bit later, you see Uber comes back all the way back to VWAP. You see the bearish volume really start to kick in. It gets below these moving averages, so I take it short with my stop out being breaking through VWAP here, and it didn't get there, so partial out towards this level because it was kind of a pivot point of sorts, and so I partial out there. Then I partial out here again because it was just the price action was throwing me off a bit. Then it did come back to break even, so again another green trade, but not super profitable. AMD today chewed me up for sure. So I took AMD short. You see it's weak, breaks through these moving averages, and I took it short. But this is just for me, this is a bad entry. I really need to be closer to this 200 MA if I want to get in here. So an entry right here would have been much better, closer to 86.50. But where I got in is just not a good entry for me. It came back on me and I stopped out. But I see what I saw. It's been bearish for a while. You still have stronger bearish volume relative to the subsequent bullish volume. So I know what I saw, but this is just a bad entry. Then it did go up here, started coming back down. So I went ahead and took a short again. Got one successful partial and out at break even here. So a mildly profitable trade here, but I don't think it made up for the losses on this first one. And then it came back up. If you followed along later, we started forming this descending triangle here. So I like playing triangles, and so I tried to force it. And the reason I say that is because it is a descending triangle, but the volume doesn't tell the right story. So this is not a short story right here. So I get in. This one kind of makes sense. But this one kind of makes sense, but this one does not. So this trade, this volume does not say go short. You have not that strong bearish volume followed by some bullish volume. And I just tried to force it. I saw the triangle, I wanted it to happen. On top of that, I was trying to go short into this moving average as opposed to being, having already broken through it. But you will see eventually AMD did break through. So again, this is it was choppy in the morning and me just not being patient enough for it to find direction there. But I tried to force, I just had bad volume price analysis today and therefore forced some trades. CCL, I had a small winner here, nothing special. Took it long above these moving averages, couple quick partials, and that was it. That was the end of the game here. So this is a winner, again, small winner. And my worst trade of the day was on Rocket Mortgage here. I took it short. This is a bad entry, so it was a short. You see, it did happen. There's a lot of money in the short side. But timing is right as far as looking at the chart at the right time. But I got in at close to $25, and I just didn't give me the staying power because this thing was bouncing around. I needed to get in at around $25.50. You see, that's an important level. Or right below $25 once it broke through already in this candlestick. Either one would have been good entries. Where I got in, is no man's land. And the price action moved pretty quickly, and I stopped out for my worst loss of the day. So on the day, I had 8 trades, 4 winners, 4 losers, but did not trade well. Just read the volume wrong. And again, I got to work on my patience. I'm not good at sitting on my hands, and sometimes that's what the market calls for. So I'm going to work on that.